Hey everybody, this is Amber Campbell, Pink Cadillac Sales Director with Mary Kay, and I just wanted to take a few moments just to come and have an opportunity to share a little bit what's on my heart. And so we're currently under the global pandemic of coronavirus, COVID-19, and while it's starting to hit the west coast of the United States, I'm here on the east coast, we don't know what it's going to look like. And so I just wanted to share some things on my heart with you. And so in light of the stress and the anxiety and the uncertainty that is out there, there's so much that we don't know because we've never been through this before. I just wanted to kind of just come and just talk to you from my heart today. And so you might be in quarantine, you might be in self-isolation or safe distancing at home. And so it could be maybe day one or day two of that, or it could be a little bit longer than that. And so I just wanted to share a couple of things that are on my heart. So I think if anything, what this does is it definitely makes us take assessment, reevaluate our life and reevaluate what's important in our life. And for most of us, I think you would agree with me that it's our families, right? And we could go deeper on that. It could be, am I making enough significant difference and impact in the world? Am I living my best life? So there's lots of deeper levels to that question. But what I hear out there a lot from a lot of women is that they're giving a lot of time and energy to a job or a career. And here's a few things that I'm hearing on this. Is number one is they aren't getting paid what they're worth. That they put a lot of sweat equity into that job, and they look at payday and they're like, where's the money? Where's the paycheck on that? And so that's a real situation. The other thing I hear from a lot of women is that they don't feel valued, that their voice sometimes isn't heard or their creative brilliance isn't recognized. I also hear from women that a lot of times they might love the job that they're doing, but the person that sits on the other side of that cubicle that is so negative and is such an energy drain for 8 hours a day. I hear that a lot. And then I also hear that they don't have the flexibility they desire. And that flexibility looks like maybe going to their child's class trip, or taking their parents to a medical appointment. And so often, if they're on the class trip, when they get to work, they get a lot of flack because they were on the class trip. And if they're at work finishing up that project and the deadline, they're feeling guilty because they weren't on the class trip. So it's kind of a catch-22. And so I just want to share a little bit about you, because currently I'm not sure what this is going to look like or for how long. But not only is it a health crisis, but it is also becoming an economic crisis of people not being able to interact with each other. That's crazy, right? And so thus virtually, right, that we're doing right now. People that are relying on paychecks that are not able to get paid. And they still have bills, they have groceries, they have mortgage payments, car payments, and they're very worried. And so what this opens up in this season is not only reassessing your priorities and values, but it also opens us up to possibilities of things that sometimes we would never consider, such as maybe an entrepreneurial at-home side hustle business or an opportunity. And so I think really intelligent women love to hear a little bit more about what does that look like, because in light of putting our trust into a company or into an employer, that is that always safety and security in that? Not always. So having a little something up our sleeve is putting trust into something else as a backup plan. And what I've found that for a lot of women is that plan B becomes their plan A, and they had no idea. And so that's kind of my story. Is I was a travel agent by trade. I married my husband, and Mark, and he joined the Navy, and he was on submarines, and he was gone a lot. And we had our daughter, and we'd gone from 2 incomes down to 1 income. And I remember feeling lonely and kind of disconnected. I was looking for community, and in addition, we really needed the extra income. I wanted extra money that I could use for my daughter, for our home, and as well as to take care of bills. And so I said yes to this Mary Kay opportunity, having no idea what it would become. And 30 years later, oh my goodness, we don't have enough time to get into what 30 years of Mary Kay could be for you. But what I've discovered was, first of all, the incredible amount of income you could create, that I could create it on my terms, in my flexibility, and how I wanted to. I had ultimate flexibility, and I love that. That wasn't up to someone else to tell me when and how much and how little. I got to decide that, and I love that, being a freedom and choice personality. So ultimate flexibility. In Mary Kay, we buy something, we make the highest percentage there is in the market out there in direct selling in companies. So we buy something for $1 and we sell it for $2. So we recouped $1 and we profit $1. And so that's better than the stock market. Here's the other really brilliant thing is because, and I researched a lot of home-based businesses, because it's a consumable product, women, here's what I know, in 9/11, after 9/11, as much as that rocked our security, we were in grief, we were in shock, we didn't, terrorism on our own land and own soil. What I do know is that women wash their face every single morning, every single night, every single morning, every single night. And many of those grab their cosmetics the next day because they had a job and they had to go show up on the job. And there is something called the lipstick factor, that a woman puts on a bright lipstick and it's a mood elevator. It changes her psychology and how she feels. It makes her more confident. She feels pretty, and it just changes everything. It brings more joy and more happiness. And so it's a consumable product. So it makes sense if you're going to have a little side hustle, something that gets used up and people need to order. That's brilliant. You're paid over and over. I'm paid over for appointments, of pampering appointments and customers that I met years ago that I'm still paid on today every time they order their product, every time they need their cleanser, every time they need a new glamour look because it's a new season. And so I love that. Let me tell you about the tribe of the Mary Kay women. You're going to be part of a tribe of women that are positive thinking, big thinking, faith-filled, full of dreams. And they're sharpening their iron sharpens iron, that they bring out your very best. That's the kind of tribe of women I like to surround myself with. It's a tribe that's encouraging. It's a safe place to grow. If you don't know anything, I was glamour impaired. I had no idea. But it's a safe place to grow and learn all kinds of skills, business skills, how you look, cosmetics and skincare, how you present yourself, confidence, public speaking skills, so many skills, people skills that you learn by being part of this company. I absolutely love the vibe of the hive of the tribe that's in Mary Kay. Absolutely incredible. What else? I think the thing I love as well is not only the hive and the vibe and the tribe that you get to hang with of the women, it's what you get to model for your children. The lessons that you learn of goal setting, reaching goals, celebrating goals, but then sometimes you don't. And that's a better lesson that they're going to learn in their life, your children going forward, of when they don't reach a goal. And how do they handle that? How do they pick themselves up and go for it again? Great lesson. Great lesson. So that is an incredible opportunity. You also get to live out your dreams, and you can think about dreams and creating that best life. It isn't up to somebody in an HR department for them to determine your life, your best life. You get to decide that. And you get to decide that when you take control of having a side hustle, Costco kind of money saver, shopping thing, or if you want to be the boss babe. And so just quickly, here's how you can step into Mary Kay. We all start the same way, and that's the purchase of our starter kit. It's $100. It's a go kit. and you're ready to go. It's loaded with over $400 worth of full-size supplies, training materials, glamour supplies, and samples and demos for 30 faces. Books, date book, lookbooks, your beauty books are in there. It is loaded with so much training information. Then you also get online access. It's like Mary Kay University, that everything and anything you want to know is on Mary Kay University in our Mary Kay in Touch. So there's so many options there that you can grow as well as having mentorship by me, sales director, and your sister, Pink Mary Kay Sisters as well. And so it's incredible. So it's $100. That's it. I know, shocking. And that kit's over $400 worth. Amazing. So you say, I think I'll try that. So what does that look like for your yes? Your yes could be that maybe you think it just makes sense because you think, yeah, that's really smart. I'm going to wash my face anyways every day and night. Instead of paying full retail, I'm going to do the wholesale club. And the wholesale club is you buy, you get your starter kit and you're buying your products wholesale and you're loving the savings. Maybe you have some friends and family, mom, sister, aunt, neighbor that you kind of take care of as well and, kind of help them get products. And that's perfect. That's one way, do the wholesale club. Second way is, you know what, I think I would like a little plan B side hustle over here. A little something that creates extra income. Maybe it's an extra $500 a month. Maybe it's an extra $1,000 a month. Maybe it's an extra $500 a week or $1,000 a week. You get to decide that. You get to take control of your best life and financial future. That is a powerful statement. So, side hustle, that's a great way to step in. And then there's the boss babes. And they're the ones like, you know what? I am tired of putting all my brilliance, my dreams, my hopes, and the best of me into somebody else. I want to take control. I want to create my own dynasty and my own best life on my terms. So you're the boss babe. And in that could be Mary Kay cars. I've had the privilege of having over 17 cars in Mary Kay, and 9 of them being a pink Cadillac. And that's the trophy on wheels, the iconic pink Cadillac. And it sure is fun to drive around. It brings lots of smiles to people, and I love that. And so think about what that would do to your family budget, eliminating a car payment and insurance payment and personal property tax. Amazing. And so that's how, it's as easy as that. It's as easy as I'm ready for a plan B. And here's what it could look like. It can be Costco girl or wholesale shopper. It could be plan B, or it could be the boss babe. And at any point, you can change it at any time. Total flexibility. So if that's speaking to your heart, if you're sitting at home now stressing and worrying about the pandemic and worrying how you're going to pay bills, or feeling like you're just overwhelmed with everything and felt like you could use an amazing hive of vibing, amazing women in your hive, in your tribe, then you owe it to yourself to hear more about Mary Kay and get any questions that you have answered, either by myself or by your consultant. So take a moment and fill out the Google form that's attached and just let me know a little bit about you, any questions that you have that I can answer. And we're going to do a drawing for some product for everyone that fills out the form. Their name goes into the drawing, and then we'll do a winner out of all those entries of hearing more about Mary Kay, of just one getting product of $100 of Mary Kay product just for listening. So that's awesome. But also that $100 decision can create hundreds of dollars in your future, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in your future, by just being open and just being willing to say yes to something in a season, in a time like this. Thank you so much for your precious time, and be well.